everybody, Jay Bullshit Cord. Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to continue taking apart the intake manifold. I was kind of hoping the garage fairies would have it done by now. Apparently, that's not the case. If you want it done, you gotta do it yourself. Now, when I first assembled this intake manifold, the engine was on an engine stand. And I remember, even on the engine stand, working around the Banks header, she's a little bit tight. So now we're going to see how it's going to be. I guess I could start off by removing all the intake bolts from the top, except for maybe a couple. And then try to loosen the ones on the bottom so we can slide her out. I wonder, I just sprayed this one down. I don't know if we loosened. Nope, we didn't touch these ones either. And she's tight. But I do got some WD-40 on her. This one in the lower corner. Just loosening the nut off, not actually taking her off. I just want to make sure she's gonna come loose. Well, I really don't want to do this. Sometimes you gotta do a lot to make the job go a little bit easier. 5 years ago, I installed the manifold on an engine stand, and I said in that video that if you had to do this in the vehicle, it's gonna be very difficult. And that's what I'm finding. The bolts in the middle and the one behind the engine mount, I just don't feel the struggle. I just don't feel the struggle. I'm fucking getting way too old for that bullshit. So I'm gonna yank driver's side fender off, the inner fender, be a little bit of work. But then I can sit on the tire, reach over like I'm humping a football, and get access to the bolts a little easier. And that, my friends, may make the job a little bit more bearable, because I am so tired of dealing with fucking bullshit. For example, tonight, which just like got me going, guy had posted on my Cummins 4BT video. Obviously he has some knowledge about them. There's a lot about these I need to learn. And this is the head that uses the 9mm injector, so these heads are actually prone to cracking. At this point in time, I'm not really too concerned, because I can get a China head off eBay for pretty cheap, and a lot of people bought the China heads have had good results. I also may look at what a remanufactured Cummins head is and go with 7mm injectors, but that's besides the point. I came outside the garage, I just want to have a look what he was talking about, so I can picture it in my head and see it visually. And the container that had the injectors in it fell over. That white container fell from the top, scattered all over the bottom. Fortunately, one of the return line banjo bolts are MIA. Fuck my life. Maybe Napa will carry them for 12 valve Cummins. I'm pretty sure they're going to be the same. So I have to go on the create account of the Cummins served. I can pull up the engine build and have a look, get a part number. Fuck. Enough bullshit. Start disconnecting some wires. That's for the pressure switch. That's disconnected. You know what? ARB, your mounting kit might have been, you know, feasible back in the day, but after a few years, your setup fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. So what happens is, since you use that style, as soon as you get a little bit of torque, they just strip out. Fuck me. It's always one thing after another. Fuck. Can't anything just go right for fucking once? See if I can take the compressor apart. This seems to be my only option right now. Fuck me. It's all fancy when you first get it. After a few years, I don't think anybody thinks about service down the road. At this point in time, you can either cut them or grind them off. I'm just gonna weld them in. Should take care of that problem till the bolts bust off. I get why they did something like that. The profile's pretty low. But at the same time, you just saw after a few years, this becomes a nightmare. Especially if it's exposed to the elements. See if we can get this washer tank off. Because that's going to expose the bolts for the transmission control module, and of course the coolant bottle's in the way for that. Oh, you cocksucker. I got everything so loose and out of the way, I'm just gonna do the old-fashioned pry trick like that. Throw that in the fan. So what do I want? So that must be for the rear wiper motor down there. Yeah, you want to be very careful. Oh yeah, fucking coolant, washer fluid right in the fucking face. Fuck me. I don't know what it is, but fucking everything the last couple of weeks just gone to shit. Of course, it's a bigger bolt for the hole. Everything else uses like a 10 mil, except the horn's got to use like 15. Don't you dare try to fall down. Is there another bolt holding this in? Nope. Transmission control module's out. Horn is actually a 13 mil. And it's not moving. I'm gonna need a breaker. Where's my long ratchet? None of these are gonna do anything for me. Well, CLC's to this. Wasn't that seized? Don't know why the Milwaukee was struggling. Rusty as frig. Well, hope it's gonna keep me riding, that's for sure. We're gonna change gears a little bit, take a quick step away from the Jeep. Parts came in for the ATV. After my little meltdown and I smashed the shit out of the other shaft, we got a new one come in. Let's get this project finished. Alright, so we can start assembling of this brake rotor that, you know, a little bit better condition than my other one, I guess. Should actually put some red Loctite on it, but I think I can get away with the blue. It's chromoly. Should be better than the last one. Those last ones I got were super cheap. That circlip seems like it's a little funky though. See if I can stick it in a vise and close it up a bit maybe. I don't know if that's a possibility or not. It's tighter now and hopefully should fit in. Try round 2. Don't like the wind? Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. What are you doing? What? Oh, you want to play? I see you. You're not very good at hiding. No, you're not. He's trying to think he's invisible. Ooh. Oh, little claws are sharp. Alright, let's get the rest of this together. Slide on that. And we're in. That's the bolt. Goes through. As much as I trust the gun, that's pretty tight. Get this bottom one on. Come on. Why are you being so stubborn? Come on. Perfect. Give another one. Can't really screw it up because it has a track that the bolt rides in. What size is this? Oh, it's a 13 for that. This that's a 16. Gonna play the 17 game. That's probably a 17 as well. Perfect. Supposed to do this, but I'm gonna let the brake hang temporarily for the time being. So I gotta fit the shock up. Speaking of which, forgot to Loctite it, so we don't have that situation again. forget the cotter pin. Sucker's long. Looks good. There we go. Pump the brakes, get some pressure in there. There we go. Now we're set up. There we are, all fixed up. Are you happy that the quad's fixed, Tomcats? Oh, big yawn. Alright, well that concludes that. I'm gonna end this video here. Gonna have a motherfucking beer time pretty quick. I need to go out and get some beer. I need to get a fire going. Fedor may come over. Trevor was supposed to come over, but he got called in to work overtime. So the next video, we're getting back to work on the Jeep. Gonna pull that fender off, hopefully get the intake manifold off, see what's going down in there, and then continue on with this project. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. But it's motherfucking beer. I think it's motherfucking beer time. Except I'm gonna change it up. Gonna have a Caesar to start off. Huh? Fedor's over. Ooh, fuck. Camera shy. Tomcat's enjoying the fire. It's all set up. Alright, cheers everybody. Caesars are my favorite drink.
You got a Caesar?
A little bit dangerous though, because they go down way too smooth.